How y'all doing today? It's your boy Eat Right Guy, and I had a subscriber named Tony Hawk, and your name sounds familiar. I think you're a long time subscriber. I think you were subscribed to my other channel, my first channel when I used to make video game videos. If that's you, let me know down in the comments below. But he had a question. He says he uses raw coconut oil, and he wanted to know if there's any kind of health effects from using that oil. And coconut oil is very controversial because, for one, it's predominantly saturated fat, and also it's not processed in the body like a normal fat, because instead of it being a long chain triglycerides like most other fats, it's medium chain triglycerides. So this means that instead of the body breaking it down in that long process to where it's processed through the lymphatic system, is actually broken down very quick and put in the bloodstream to where it can be used as energy really fast. So you see like a lot of athletes using it as a quick energy source because it's rarely stored as fat. So that's one of the benefits of it, and that's why it's been so popular. But it is high in saturated fat. And I've seen mixed reviews. You have people that are against coconut oil and people that are for coconut oil. And I think the truth kind of is in the middle. I've seen like reputable people pretty much arguing both ways. One says that you shouldn't eat coconut oil because of the saturated fat content. And saturated fat actually increases your LDL levels, or your low density lipoprotein levels. And these are most people call them cholesterol, but it's actually proteins that transport cholesterol throughout the body. So LDL actually takes cholesterol and deposits it throughout the body, most notably in the arteries. So you want your LDL cholesterols to be low. And saturated fat intake is correlated with high LDL cholesterol. So that's why they have recommendations to lower saturated fat intake, because it's bad for your arteries. But also coconut oil is supposed to increase your HDL levels, and this stands for high density lipoproteins. And similar to LDL, it pretty much works opposite. HDL transports cholesterol. It takes the cholesterol from your arteries and different parts of your bodies, sends it to your liver to where it can be excreted from your body. So HDL lowers pretty much your total body cholesterol. And so you want your HDL levels to be high. So coconut oil raises HDL, but it also raises LDL. So that's kind of the controversy on that. And also, pretty much with all oils, I recommend that you pretty much limit oils and not use it if you can. Like I don't use any kind of oils, because oils are pretty much liquid calories. It's probably ounce for ounce, oils are the most energy dense or calorie dense things you can consume. And if you're trying to lose weight and get in shape, you want to eat as little oil as possible. And I see a lot of people messing up, especially when they eat like Greek food or like Mediterranean type of dishes, and they like soak their food with olive oil thinking that it's healthier and it's going to help them lose weight. But they're not realizing that all that oil that you're putting on there, you're just putting an excessive amount of calories. To give you an example, peanuts. About a handful of peanuts, so around, I want to say 28. If you look on like the serving, like if you look on a can of peanuts and the serving size, they say around 28 peanuts, individual peanuts. That's the equivalent in calories to a tablespoon of peanut oil. So what's going to make you feel fuller or more satisfied? 28 peanuts or a tablespoon of peanut oil? I'm going to choose the peanuts. But that just shows you how energy dense oil is. So I pretty much recommend that you get your oils from like seeds and nuts, or like olives. Like, get it from food. Stay away from the oils as much as possible. And also the canned sprays. So things like canola oil, olive oil, peanut oil, the PAM spray. If you look at the nutrition label on there, it says 0 calories, 0 everything. But they're not 0 calories. If you look closely at the serving size, which you should always look at, you'll see that it's 0 calories per 1/3 of a second that you spray that spray. So 1/3 of a second, that's like less than that. And when you spraying your pan down, if you're about to saute something, pretty much people, you spray it for maybe around 3 to 4 seconds to make sure that the whole pan is soaked. You know what I'm saying, with the spray. And so that's a lot of calories. Nobody's gonna spray that type of spray for 1/3 of a second. So pretty much the answer to my question is, if you're gonna use the coconut oil, definitely the raw organic kind. The least processed is the best. And also just use it in moderation. Use as little of it as possible, because it's a lot of calories. And like with the health effects, it's good things about it and it's bad things about it. So hopefully you find this video helpful. And if any of y'all curious about my first channel that I made on YouTube, I'm gonna leave a link to that in the description. I used to make videos on, it's a video game called Backbreaker Football that was for the PlayStation 3. It's the last football game other than Madden that was made, and that's like my favorite game all time. And I used to make like tribute videos to different athletes. I used to create them in a video game and just make highlight tapes. So y'all have a nice day.